you know what? If I only have time for one video, someone said there's a SteveMRE new release 23 hours ago, 1945 ration. I'm putting my time into this.
This is one of the most important and iconic military rations not only in just US history, but in world history. The K ration, or Ration Type K. And this is specifically a 1944 data production, typically dubbed as the Morale series. The Morale series was your last generation of the K ration, and a full day's K ration was broken down in 3 separate units: breakfast, dinner, and supper. There was never a lunch. The first generation of the K ration simply had the nomenclature printed on the front, and it was originally called U.S. Army Field Ration K. That's a fall of 1942 data production. Then by the summer of 1943, the title was changed over to Ration Type K. But we're checking this one out here. And they called it the Morale series because it's a somewhat colorful box. And as you saw before with the dinner and supper,
The Morale.
3 different colors and 3 different designs.
Wow.
36 K rations were packed to a case. It also made them a lot easier to pick your preferred menu, them being essentially color-coded. And you'd get 12 of each meal per case. For breakfast, you got those red stripes. It reminds me of like brick. And that's like a solid foundation to the start of your day. Dinner, that just looks like some blue camouflage. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it does look cool, and I like blue. Supper, you got those stars and these kind of irregular pattern lines and whatnot, and some green stripe at the bottom. Looks like something that'd be printed on the side of a Sherman tank. It gave these guys a little something that was familiar. I mean, it gave them maybe, hopefully, a good feeling when they were going to have a meal. The only other box that ever looked like that during World War II was the aircrew lunch. And I mean, all of this is like Americana. It's artwork. It just feels American. So let's give this thing a look, and we'll be evaluating them and trying out components.
That can't be the food, right? It's just a box within a box? Surely.
The way that box smells, there's nothing like it. It's like a cross between an old library. It smells kind of like Cosmoline.
The fuck is Cosmoline?
Ration Type K breakfast unit. The meat can is dried out. Oh, right. Packaged by Patent Food Products, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now,
Great
this
stuff comes out
was
of
added
Chattanooga.
in early 1944. It says, mosquito bites cause malaria. If you're in a malaria zone, keep your shirt on, your sleeves rolled down. Use mosquito repellent when out of doors between sunset and sunrise. Open inner bag carefully. It may be used as a waterproof container for matches, cigarettes, and other items. For security, hide the empty can in wrappers so they can't be seen. You would also get your contents list on the back. Unlike your first generation 1942 data production, that was packed by Wrigley Jr. Company, Chicago, Illinois. That did not have any contents list. This Ration Type K from summer 43, that was packed by Cracker Jack Company, Chicago, Illinois. It was actually early 43 when a components list
they got
with
cigarettes.
suggestions, for preparation were added.
We might get a Steve
We'll check
smoke
these
sesh.
out at a later time. We're going back over this Morale series. Meat and eggs. Eat cold or after heating by boiling can in water. Assorted biscuits, coffee, add 1/3 canteen cup of hot or cold water. Fruit bar. The fruit bar is to be eaten cold or make into jam by stewing 3 to 5 minutes in about 4 spoonfuls of water. You also get sugar, chewing gum, and cigarettes. This was the first ration to ever successfully provide not only a balanced meal, balanced nourishment, but also morale-boosting items such as chewing gum, cigarettes, candy, and toilet paper, all in this one box. It's the first all-in-one ration. There was never anything like this before. Let's check it out. This thing was dipped in synthetic wax, and that's to protect against the elements, bugs, and gas attacks. It also burns well as tinder. I'm curious if this is all fused in there or what. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Extracting these things, once they expand and rust out like
Fucking
that,
smoke grenade.
it gets difficult. They're not in the best of shape. When it's sitting next to a rotting meat can, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, I just want to eat it.
Gosh, unearthed that thing after 75 years. Look at it, it's just like steaming with rust particles.
Sarah wants me to kick someone, hang on.
So here is your main component, your main pack. And it doesn't look like it's in very good condition. So there's your piece of gum. Here's your main course. That's the ham and eggs chopped. We'll see if that actually... I'm afraid if I take this out of here, it'll just fall apart even more.
It's gonna...
Let's see if I can.
Okay, he's gonna get cut.
Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah. It's kind of like there's no point in taking it out of there, because if you do, it'll just fall apart even more. We're going to put that over there. I'm going to leave that in there because it's just going to collapse even more and just turn into like rust and brittle. You get the idea. Oh, let me clean this up real quick. Alright, that's a little bit better. I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to super glue that shut, and the majority of folks won't be the wiser. Great for display. I mean, with that outer box, it's pretty much the same exact thing as it was before, but now a whole bunch of people get to see the inside. That's a lot cooler. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. That's a doozy inside. I had a feeling...
Oh.
Ooh. This is probably one of the worst condition K rations I ever come across, and that outer box was beautiful. You know, so it's kind of like a looks can be deceiving sort of deal. Wow, this just, look at the sugar cubes. These are just completely liquefied. If I squeezed them, if I squeezed these, they're just hollow. All right, this thing's been through incredible heat stress. All right, so it's excreted the sugar, like almost like sweated the sugar out. Domino press tablets, you'd get 4 sugar cubes. All right, so. Oh yeah, that's just liquid inside. That's your Nescafe brand soluble coffee product. Oh geez. Even the fruit bar. I mean, this is like a bust. Alright, I'm just going to peel it back. I hate having to do that, but there's no way to remove these components. You'd get
pure tar.
Bar, and that is a dromedary fruit bar. Dromedary was the brand that was a Hillsboro's company. Hillsboro's also packed K rations. You know, I mean, the U.S. government contacted every able and willing factory in the U.S. to produce, you know, goods for the U.S. military. I mean, awning companies coming up with clip and magazine pouches, just anything, any factory that was able to do it. And so like General Foods and Cracker Jack and, you know, other familiar names, Beech Nut. Look at this.
Look at the tar staining the crackers.
Little pack of biscuits. 4 biscuits. I mean, nothing is going to be edible in this. I can tell you right now.
And he's still gonna
And then
eat
look
it.
at that Nabisco. Those almost look okay, but so there's your empty, main packet. Some people just call accessory packet. I mean, there's just biscuit pack, sun-dries pack. There are all these little names for it. So there you go. Not bad. Look at that K-Ration breakfast from 1944. It's in terrible shape. My apologies. I did not guess that. I really didn't. You can never guess the condition of these things, I'm probably not even going to put this on a tray.
What?
Not nice, but here's one in a lot better shape. Packaged by Hillsborough's Company, New York, New York.
No tray?
And this one is from
Not
1945.
nice.
It has the cereal bar. One of these biscuit packets was removed and replaced with the cereal bar in 1945. Now this one has been opened. I got it from Norway. It was stored in a cold, dry climate. I mean, you can obviously tell it's real. I mean, it's the real deal. No reproduction can make anything like this. I'm pretty sure he opened it. Or somebody before him. I don't know. Pretty sure. Look at that. Now that is a nice K-Ration. Okay.
Damn.
Wrigley cinnamon chewing gum. November 1944.
Oh, we're gonna get the hiss.
Chopped pork and eggs. Rival packing company.
Of all
Chicago,
things to
Illinois.
fucking can up.
Contents 3 3/4 ounces of chopped pork, whole eggs, salt, sugar, spice, and flavorings. U.S. inspected and passed by Department of Agriculture. Look at that. A little bit of a patina to that. That's a bulged can, too. The key was never attached. When I got this thing in a trade, the cigarettes were not there, nor was the toilet paper. I'm gonna take this to the side. Alright, now we're moving over to our little backup. Quite frankly, the other one, I could start ripping that stuff out of the packaging and further degrade its value. I mean, it's already, pretty far gone, but I'm gonna save it and see if a friend of mine who does reproductions can use, anything from it. Now, as for this, we're gonna check it out. Gosh. So here's the compressed cereal bar, the first and original cereal bar that manufactured by General Mills and then compressed and packed by Cambridge Tile. This is the technology that, hold on, let me show you. We still use this in pilot survival rations to this day, like this. The food packet survival general purpose. These things are awesome. I got a whole case of these. I used to have 2 cases. But I eat them. Alright. Look. Granola cereal bar. I gotta show you guys this. Look at granola cereal bar. This is... Check that out. And tell me that's not, pretty amazing right there. I mean, almost the same size. Except that's 75 years old and this is 6. Here, hold on.
It's a fucking brick.
Love these things. Anyway. Alright, and then Sunshine biscuits. There was a bread biscuit, whole wheat cracker, a neutral biscuit, and then a soda cracker. This is the soda cracker.
A what?
Number 4. Type 1 was bread biscuit, type 2 was whole wheat, type 3 was a neutral cracker or biscuit. Look at this. This was added in late 44. The spoon. That little wooden spoon is in perfect condition. A lot of times those things have stains, they're a mess. So then, oh yeah, wow.
Whoa.
Jack Frost tablet sugar. 100% pure cane. That dude's enjoying himself. So, you get 4 sugar cubes, and those are in perfect shape. This one has 2 coffees. Sol Cafe. Manufactured by Great Star Soluble Coffee Company, New York, USA. Directions on other side. Packaged by Henry Hyde Incorporated, New York, New York. Soluble coffee product, 5 grams. Dissolve contents in a third canteen cup, 8 ounces of hot or cold water. Stir well, add sugar if desired. That's pretty cool. So you get 16 ounces of coffee for breakfast. That's pretty nice. And there's the dromedary fruit bar. The dromedary fruit bar, that was one of the more popular items, and it consisted of 10% apricots and a random mixture of prunes, apples, figs, raisins, dates, peaches, cherries, candied orange peel, and currants with sugar and salt added. So pretty much just a smorgasbord of random fruit that they could put together, because it's World War II and you just gotta whip it up and, you know, do your best. So get every factory, you know, out there, every able-bodied factory that you can get to throw this stuff together. And I mean, who cares if it's a soda cracker like this, or neutral biscuit, whole wheat, or a bread biscuit. It gave some variation, but it was also what was available. And there were things like the chopped pork and eggs, a lot of times was replaced with the dinner units, you know, cheese. Because you didn't always have, you know, eggs on hand. You got to remember, back at home in the U.S., civilians were limited to just 1 egg per week. There was rationing. Now imagine that. Imagine if there was another world war and you could only eat 1 egg per week. That also applies for cooking. And people forget. And this ration's significant in so many ways. I mean, it was pioneering. Dr. Ansel Keys, the physiologist hired by the U.S. Army in the summer of 1941, was given a serious job. You got to come up with something that's, you know, a well-balanced meal thrown into this little box. This thing had about 943 calories to it. That's not enough. 2,830 calories for a day? Yeah, those guys were losing between 20 to 70 pounds on their tour of service. This is looking pretty good. Let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off with,
excellent,
well, the coffee.
I mean, that's
It's
one
just
way to open
tar.
it.
Yeah, that's what it turned into.
Ugh. Oh, God.
Look at that.
That's fucking vile. Oh, my God.
It's a soluble coffee blend that's 50% carbohydrates, 50% actual coffee.
I bet he's licking his
Trying it
finger.
out. Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
It actually tastes really good. Jeez, what's wrong with it? We'll open up the pork and eggs last. This dromedary fruit bar. Let's see if... Oh, wow, I don't need
So
to use a
gross.
knife all crazy. I think I can just open it. Wow. Cool. Now, this is cellophane on the outside. Look how many times this thing's wrapped over, right? Okay, I might need the knife this time.
I mean,
Double wrapped.
I've seen charcoal that looks better than that.
And then it's set in this little cardboard tray. It says dromedary fruit bar. And then this is either like glassine, or I think it's glassine. It's kind of like a parchment paper.
Oh my
Gosh, this is the nicest fruit bar I've ever seen from World War II. That smells so good. It's like a sweet, like
goodness.
raisin
He's getting
and
high.
like dried cherry smell. Man, I just gotta take a bite out of this, and like right now. I can't help it. Like, oh my gosh, there is orange peel in there. This is amazing. Tart and sweet. That is like the flavor of every fruit, all in one. Sorry, I just went right for it. It just came right off that paper so easily. That paper's strong. I can taste raisins, orange, apple, and I don't know what else. That's like a little everything. I think cherry, like I mentioned, it's just a very tart, sweet, and satisfying fruit bar. Look at that thing. That's a beaut, isn't it? Now here's the cereal bar.
Goddamn right.
This smells okay. This smells like whole wheat. The Sunshine 4s. They also smell just fine. I'll probably eat all but one.
Whoa.
The wrapper, that's the most valuable part anyway. Wow. One stick, made in the USA. Wrigley's Cinnamon Gum, made of gum-based sugar, corn syrup, dextrose, natural and artificial flavors, and softeners. New York, W.M. Wrigley Jr. Company, manufactured Chicago. Oh, jeez. This is some, like...
Oh my god, it cracked in half. It's fucking cardboard. Oh my god.
They say you can stew this into a jam.
Oh my god, he's gonna do it.
Alright, let's do this up real quick. That actually works. I probably added too much water, like way too much. Here, let's drink some off. That's like fruit juice. Never ceases to amaze me. I've been really wanting to do this for a while. Here. With this...
Oh, the coffee, don't do it.
Let me, like, see if...
Don't do it.
It's like coffee taffy. Here. Let's drop the whole thing in there.
Fucking what?
Oh, yeah. That's... Look at that. Oh, this is working. Nice. And this will actually kind of clean off that wrapper. Alright, let's put that down there. Jam. It's stewing into a jam. Like, I always wondered about that. It says add 3 or 4 spoonfuls of water, or a few spoons of water. Man, I just got... There's so much actual... That was a whole berry. There's so much fruit. Like, different whole pieces of fruit in that. I knew you can add water to this, too. I forgot to do that. I might try and make some cereal, too.
It's fucking shirt.
Small bite first. Let's actually... I wouldn't have guessed this would still be edible. I mean, there's dried milk. Wow, it's really granular. It's not that great. Like a little bit. Better. Excuse me, one sec.
He's taking a step back. Oh shit, he's... Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, there are these little bits that don't really go down. It's your first gen, cereal bar. The coffee's not bad. It's a little bit watery and a little bit weak. I think there's like 10 ounces of water instead of 8, and I got maybe 6 or 7's worth of actual coffee extract or soluble coffee product out of there, but not bad. It's a good cup. What a boost that would be if you could have some hot water. Wow. So much candied orange peel. Perfect balance of tartness and sweetness. That is one of the most delicious things I've ever had. Okay. Sunshine 4. Look at that. They're fine. I want to dip in the jam, but that's just a base. You know what I mean? Like a base to this, or dipping in your chopped pork and eggs is very neutral, or, you know, basic on its own. A little bit tricky standing here trying to dip that. Probably should have spread some on these before. Oh well.
Ugh. That's he just drank the jam.
Whoa. These things. There's a light sweetness, like ever so
Is he
slight.
dipping it in coffee?
No rancidity whatsoever. They're perfectly preserved. My friend Robin, like, dude, where'd you find these? I mean, where were they sitting all that time? I mean, it had to have been in a cool, dry place. Some guys were in Iceland. They dug up some RCI bee units, and they were eating, you know, sea rations from the 50s, and buried out in the snow. This is kind of like that. Here, I'm gonna have one more biscuit. I'm just gonna drink this like,
Oh God.
hey, fruit soup. That's pretty much what it is. Compressed cereal bar.
God damn it, Steve.
It's thirst provoking. Sorry for talking a mouthful again.
He really just drank all of it.
Alright, let's add some water to this.
What is it, bread water?
Okay, that's probably not good. Here,
No,
let's
no shit,
mix this up,
Steve.
like, I'm gonna let that soak for a second.
Okay.
That's soaked in a little bit. Jeez. There's no real way to, like, eat this like a cereal. I don't feel like it's a good, like, option for cereal. You'd have to be really sick of eating it as a bar. I probably added too much water, and I'm not mixing it up properly. It's not gonna get much better. Here, let me get a piece. It's not all. Yeah, it's all the same. Here, hold on. Yeah, it does nothing for it. I'm sorry, I could add, you know, the fruit bar to it to add variation. Speaking of which, I'm just going to enjoy this. Last bite.
I mean, so that's where he draws the line?
Let's try out a piece of chewing gum.
There's no way he eats the gum. That is cardboard. Oh, God.
Wow. It bites in, and it doesn't turn to brittle. Okay, it turns to brittle. Sorry, I had to spit that out. That's a rarity. That just tasted like a little bit of cinnamon. I don't know why. I'm just going to save this piece. I don't know what the heck I'm even going to do with it, but I'm not chewing it. Alright, now, this thing. Okay, I'm outside.
It's so toxic he had to go outside.
Rust spots. I mean, again, November 1944. That's just unbelievable. Alright.
It's pork and eggs. Oh my God!
Nice hiss. Jeez. Whoa. Oh, hey, this is starting to look a little more normal. Alright, I'm back in here.
Ugh. 80-year-old eggs.
That little thing. That friendly little mold or something. Look at that. You can see the pork. It's mostly egg yolk. Or it's like scrambled eggs.
What the fuck?
That is really something.
He's gonna do it. Steve, we still want more videos. Do not ingest this, please.
I'm not going to remove it from the can. This right here is a trophy. But I gotta first poke it.
Oh,
with a
no.
spoon
Okay.
just to kind of see.
Just look at it,
See the
Steve.
ham.
Don't. Just look at it. Don't do it, Steve.
And that's it. So there you go.
Okay. He's gonna
Ration
live.
Type K breakfast. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989. Hope you liked the video. I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Alright, cool. See ya.
We almost lost Steve. All right. GG's. All right, back to Warcraft 3. Is everyone here?